What's up, everybody? It's your boy Dave Mo. So check it out, man. This is the first video of the new direction that we're headed. And of course, I'm going to come at you with a car video. So I just got funded, all right? I don't necessarily need a floor plan. But like I said to you in an earlier video, I was getting hounded left and right. And someone just made me a really good offer that I could not say no to. And while I do have the money, there were some perks that really helped me out. And one of those perks are for all my wholesale deals, I don't have to wait to get the title in or out to get my money. I don't know how they're doing it. I don't know how it works, but all it was explained to me was you don't have to worry about titles. If you're using our plan to buy the car, you can go ahead and do your repairs. And then if you're going to use our plan to sell the car back at the auction, we'll give you your money as soon as the car sells, with or without the title. We'll worry about getting the title from the seller. So my assumption is that if it doesn't come through, they'll get a duplicate title or do whatever it takes. That right there in of itself made the floor plan worth it. Now, I know a lot of you guys are probably thinking, oh, you know, I keep watching all these other YouTubers. I'm sorry, my contact is so dry. I'm watching all these other YouTubers and they're saying that, you know, the floor plan companies are recalling their money and they're calling in their notes and this, that, and the next thing. I can tell you right now, I've only been a licensed car dealer for 2 months now, all right, in my name. May 30th is when I got my license. It is July 21st today. I was able to secure a $200,000 floor plan, all right? So, with that being said, I don't know, guys. To me, that's a whole lot of money to give someone who's new in the game. I think if, you know, I'm not saying that we know the banks are tight, right? But I want to get this point across to you. And this is what's going to be different about this channel. This is going to be like a, you know, I want to tell you what I think. Like we all know that banks are tightening up, right? But you could still get funding. I just got funding. I got $200K. All right. Another fun fact. You're going to hear a lot of people talking about all these repos and banks aren't lending money anymore. So I got the $200K on a floor plan. So that's a business type deal. All right. So you're hearing a lot of things about, oh, banks aren't lending money anymore. You can't do this. You can't do that. Again, understand, guys, I'm a small car dealer, only been in business for 2 months. And I was able to get 3 banks so far to say, yeah, we'll write deals with you. All right. And we're not talking about huge recourse. We're talking about one payment recourse. That's it. Which basically what that means is buyback, right? As long as the buyer makes their first payment, I'm not on the hook anymore for any money owed to that particular bank, to any of the banks that we signed up with, okay? So I just want to keep you guys updated that if you're considering opening up a used car dealership and you're scared because of all these other YouTubers or what you're reading and the car prices are coming down and all this other nonsense, I don't want to say nonsense because a lot of that stuff's real, but it's not as bad as they make it seem, okay? Yes, car prices are coming down. You can see that. You can legitimately see that car prices are coming down. All you have to do is look at the post-sale sheets, all right? Why won't dealers sell cars? Why are repossessions up so high? There's always been a lot of repossessions, all right? So if the train of thought with repossessions is that, oh, people are just getting their cars repoed, I know the repos are up, but I don't know if they're getting them repoed because they are losing their jobs. I'm not hearing that people are losing their jobs. I'm not hearing that. What I am hearing is that the housing's gone up. But what I believe is happening, and this is, again, just my train of thought, that people are more than likely just giving up their cars, willing to take the hit on their credit, and getting something more affordable. For instance, 2 out of the 3 banks that I do business with already told me that, hey, don't worry about it. Even though they have 1 car loan out, we're going to give a 2nd car loan out. So what that kind of tells me low key is, hey, we'll you know, you're upside down in that Jeep Wrangler over there. You know, you owe 22,000 on it. It's only worth 10. your choices are A, repo, or B, just pay it off to the life of the loan, or trade it in and take a beating on the upside down fact, right? So what I think I'm seeing, and it's a messed up world we live in, but what I believe I'm seeing is a lot of these dealers like myself. Now I don't do this, but I'm saying I have access to do this. Because we're able to write that second car loan now, we might be writing a car loan for something in the neighborhood of $10,000 to $15,000. They're not upside down in that car loan. Their payments are more affordable, and they're saying, hey, you know what? I still have this car. I'll just return this car. Even though it's still a repo, I'm just going to give that car back and get out of it. It'll be on my credit for 7 years. But if you know anything about credit, there's a lot of people out there in this world that can get that removed from your credit even before 2 years are up, okay? And let's go one step further. A repossession usually only stops you from getting another car, but if you already have the other car, what difference does it make? And then a repossession could potentially hurt your credit, but if you're not looking to buy a home, what are you going to use your credit for anyway? There's a lot that gets put into this, all right? And there's a lot of people not talking about these types of things, all right? So when you hear repossession, you think about the flatbed coming into your driveway and pulling it up, flashing light, or the sneaky sneak and getting out with the car. I don't necessarily know that that's happening as much as we're seeing cars just being returned to the banks and being like, hey, look, I can't afford it anymore. I don't want this loan anymore. I want to go buy myself a little $4,000 or $5,000 car. I'm going to do a little buy here, pay here action. I'm going to start saving some money because I want to be debt free, and it's easier for me just to take the hit. By the time I get out of debt anyway, I can maybe go bankrupt, and in 3 years I'll be fine. Like, there's a bunch of different avenues that people could be doing, because I can tell you this: the last time I was around and I seen repossessions the way that they're making it seem like it is today, the repossessions that I were seeing were part outs. So usually, what I was seeing back then was people were selling their engines, they were selling their interiors, they were selling their wheels, they were selling their headlights, they were parting out these cars. So when the bank came, because when it's a real repossession, you're out of money. You're out of money. You don't want to give up your car. You're trying to make rent. So I have this car sitting outside. I can't necessarily sell it as a whole, even though you can if you know the right people. And that's a whole nother video in of itself. I don't even want to touch on that right now, but whatever. So what these people were doing was they were pulling the cars into the garage and saying, oh yeah, I'll sell the transmission. I could sell the motor. I could sell the wheels. I'll sell the interior. I'll sell the door panels. I'll sell the trunk lids. I'll sell the doors. I'll sell the hoods. They're parting these cars out because every little bit that came in, they got $1,000 for the engine and transmission. Boom. That was potentially a month's rent at that time. I sold the doors for $400. Boom. That's groceries. I sold the wheels for $800. I'm living good right now, And then by the time the bank came to get the car, they were picking up shells and taking them, right? So I'm not seeing that right now. A lot of the cars that I'm seeing when I'm going to the auction and I'm looking at repos, because I love buying repos. That, to me, I try to buy the most expensive cars for the least amount of money. And that's repossessions for me. A lot of dealers don't want to mess with them because they think that there's so much wrong with it. But as I'm going in there and I'm looking at these repossessions, I'm not seeing beat up cars. I mean, yeah, you're going to see beat up cars on YouTube because that's the clickbait. That's what they want you to see, right? But when you're actually out there at the auction, yeah, there's going to be a couple cars that are beat up, but 90% of them look like they're maintained. They look like they were upkept. So I'm buying those cars. Those are the cars I'm targeting because I'm getting them at such a discounted rate. I'm getting it so much under MMR. And then when I go to finance them, the price difference is crazy. And I am a true believer that I could pass that savings on to a potential buyer. So with that being said, guys, I just wanted to bring this video to you. This is the direction of this channel moving forward. I want to bring you good content. I want to train you guys on how to sell cars. I want to train you guys to, not even train you guys, I want to work with you guys to show you what's going on in the world might not exactly be what they want to see. It's like the old like magician trick, you know, oh, watch my hand, watch my hand, watch my hand, watch my hand. And they're taking your wallet out your back pocket. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy this content. I hope you guys like this video, and don't think we're going to get away from cars altogether. We're still going to show the flips. I have a crazy video coming up about the S550. And you know, it's going to be what it's going to be, guys. Stay tuned. Definitely hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, and definitely drop a comment in the link in the comment below. All right. Catch you guys in the next one.